So guys, today we are deconstructing this wig and just going to go ahead to reconstruct it again. So this is what the before of the hair is looking like at this moment, and this right here guys is the after of this wig. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe, like, and also share to your family and friends. And without wasting much of your time, let's get straight into this tutorial. So guys, right here guys, this is the wig we're going to be working with. She is old, she's had a lot of uses by the owner, and actually you can see that it wasn't well trimmed. As you can see, there are some mistake here and there, and it was brought in just so that I can fix it. And I'm going to do my best here. Not really like a perfect job, but then I'm going to do my best. So I had just one job to construct and construct it, and that's what I did. I went into the construct with, and the only thing I saved right here is the frontal, and yeah, that's exactly what you are seeing there. It's frontal and every other thing went. And then for this I'm going to be using the mesh cap. I always like using the mesh cap. Why? Because it gives enough ventilation and allows blood circulation in the hair. So I actually just prefer to use that for my clients. I placed this on my mannequin, and then for the excess guys, I'm going to go ahead to pull down all the excess to the band area. Why? Because this is a pixie wig and I needed that cap to be very very fitting. You don't want to give room for excess, or give room for where the cap will actually not fit on your client's hair. So you want to make sure that that cap is fitting. So all I did was to drag down the excess to the band, and then I went ahead to sew it. And guys, I sewed it actually off camera just so that we're not wasting time here. It's just a simple exercise. You can actually find a lot of that on YouTube. And here guys is the stitches. I'm just showing you guys what it looks like. So guys, next guys, I'm going to go ahead to put on this tape just so that I can get my tracks together. And in getting my tracks together guys, I went in with half an inch, unlike the regular one where you have to go in with maybe an inch or so. This I went in half an inch. Why? Because I really wanted this to be flat, and you want it to be flat if you're doing the same. So if your wig is double wefted from the factory, you want to go ahead and loosen it and make sure it's just one weft, just so that you're having this really flat. And here guys, I got a lot of tracks at the end of the day, and now I'm just going to go ahead to expand those tracks just so that we're having a good job. This is well self-explanatory. I don't really need to explain this place, so you can just go ahead and enjoy it, and I'll see you guys if I need to say a thing more. So guys, you can see that I actually didn't do a good job with this tracks. Why? Because it's not really straight. So yeah, you can actually see it's not a perfect job, but then guys, it actually gave me what I wanted. So yes, that's so okay for me. And then guys, a lot of people would go ahead and use glue. I don't usually use glue for my work. Why? Because I want to give my clients the opportunity to to revamp their wig, wash it if they need to, or do whatever they want to do with it. And then guys, that's exactly why I'm going to go ahead to use the machine to do this. And then I'm using actually 100 grams for this. And yeah, I didn't really need to unweft it. I just went in straight to it because it wasn't double wefted from the factory. It was just as simple as that, and I went in with it one step at a time. you know this I went in actually with the straight stitch. It wasn't complicated. It was just simple, and I just went straight in with that. And here guys, this is exactly what it looks like after I was done sewing it down. You can actually go ahead and use a glue, but I personally, no, I'm done with glues. I just want to give a little touch of professional work, just try to get perfect with the work I do. And guys, right now what I'm doing is to section this hair. So I sectioned it into two. The first one, as you can see, that I'm going to pin down right here is from one eyebrow arc area to the other, just so that it's giving you that vibe you need. And that's actually like the closure area. So I just went into right now. I actually trimmed this 3 times. So here I'm just cutting it down just so I see what I'm doing. This is like the first cutting. So you want to give yourself room for mistakes so that at the end of the day you can correct your mistakes, you can adjust it. Because when it comes to cutting, once you've cut, there's actually nothing you can do about it. So here right now is the second cutting. As you can see, I'm foiling it step by step, gently. There's no rushing this job. You want to make sure you're doing the right thing. If it needs to be trimmed, you trim it. If it doesn't need to be trimmed, you don't trim it. And then you want to make sure that everything is actually in a position where it needs to be. If it's in the middle, it needs to be in the middle. If it's in the left hand side, it needs to be in the left hand side. Because once you cut, that is just it. So this work is like a very serious work that you need to give your 100% attention. So right here, guys, I'm going to be doing the frontal area, and here I'm just going to cut it just slowly and gently. And at the end of the day, I decided to give it a little layer at the back just so that we have a little of movement, a little of drama, a little of a little of something extra to go on with that hair. And that's exactly what I did. And then guys, for the front area, I just went in to give it some point cutting to make sure that it's slanting down, not really in the same direction, but as you can see, it's just, one side is longer than the other, just so that there's enough movement and drama to go in with. And then to style this hair, I went in with the styling mousse just so that I'm seeing the work I'm doing, and I just combed it down and make sure it's styled appropriately. And then when I was done, I didn't even allow it to dry, guys. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe I was rushing and not having enough time. But then, yes, guys, I went in and I straightened that down, give it, the style I needed. And this actually the frontal area, so I needed to make sure it's sleeping right. I had to go in with the wax stick to make sure the style is popping. So guys, this is just me trying to style this hair, to give it some movement, to give it some waves, to make sure I'm getting what I wanted. And actually, guys, I trimmed it again for the last time, which is like the third time when I was done. But I think I took off that clip. It's just little adjustment by the sides, left hand side, the right hand side, just to make sure all excesses are out. And that's exactly what we're having here. Just make sure we have some movement. And yes, guys, I think I did a good job. Let me know in the comment section if you think I also did a good job at least. Let me know, guys. And yeah, guys, I'm just going to give it a little of spirit just so that it's not, it's staying where how it's been styled and not in other directions. So yes, guys, thank you very much for watching this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you like, share, and also subscribe. Thank you guys for your support, and I'm going to see you guys in my next one. Bye.